John the Revelator ain't gonna wait for no seeds to burn. She ain't gonna wait for whatever comes later. She ain't gonna wait for nobody's return. She's gonna lay her head in the aurora borealis, mend some fences in the midnight sun, say goodbye to the hard road from Trenton down to Dallas. In the great wide north when the long day is done. Ain't got no use for no rearview mirror, ain't got no use for no ball and chain. Gonna leave the temple of accumulated error, gonna leave her mark in the book of names. Mark her days with the rising tide, rise up singing at the break of day. Gonna break away running like a northbound train, leave the outlaw kings through the wind and the rain. She's gonna lay her head at the aurora borealis, mend some fences in the midnight sun, say goodbye to the hard road from Trenton down to Dallas. In the great wide north when the long day, she's gonna lay her head in the aurora borealis, mend some fences in the midnight sun, say goodbye to the hard road from Trenton down to Dallas. In the great wide north when the long day is done. Journey here below, it's a hard road we travel, with trials and tribulations, selfishness and greed. If we hold the prize before us when our lives become a raffle, we'll find a glory fountain to supply our every need. Lead me beside still waters, when the storm clouds roll, let the angels sing. Show me the love that this life has to offer, and shelter me underneath your wings. In our home beyond the mountain, we will gather by the river. There'll be no more sorrow, there'll be no more pain. With no more tears to blind us, we will look upon the Savior. We'll walk hand in hand with our loved ones again. Lead me beside still waters, when the storm clouds roll, let the angels sing. Show me the love that this life has to offer, and show shelter me underneath your wings. Come on. Lead me beside still waters when the storm clouds roll. Let the angels sing. Show me the love. Show me the love that this life has to offer, and shelter me underneath your wings. And shelter me underneath your wings. Some of y'all can't see, but we have overflow seating out here.
Cheap seats.
The cheap seats. I'm so sorry you guys are way out there, but I'll try to turn and say hi to you every once in a while. Henry, reach around the corner and say hi to those guys. They can't see you. There's the keyboard player right here. Y'all can't see him, but y'all can hear him. And speaking of the keyboard player, all the way from Detroit, Michigan, please make welcome Mr. Henry Salvia. He'll tell you a true story.
I guess I'll have to steal one of Travis's lines here. How many of you, this is the first time you've ever heard Houston Jones? There are a couple? Oh,
wow.
My goodness. Okay.
CD sales will be brisk.
Well, I guess I probably will have to explain this next song a little bit. It's actually a true story. My wife and I were driving across Texas about this time of year, actually. Yeah, it's very hot down there, and there were dozens, maybe hundreds of armadillos lying by the side of the road. Whether we were on 40 or Main Street in Tyler, Texas, didn't matter. They were everywhere. No one paid any attention to them. And we argued for 3 weeks, which is about how long it takes to drive across Texas. Don't recommend it unless you got time to kill. But we argued whether they were dead or asleep. And I eventually decided that they were asleep, and what they needed was a lullaby. So this is called Sleepy Armadillo. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Sleepy armadillo, lay your head on your cement pillow in your asphalt bed, along with your friends, the skunk and raccoon. Dream your sleepy dreams under the Texas moon. Sleepy armadillo had some fun, dodging cars and traffic in the noonday sun. You're plumb tuckered out and the sun's going down, but how you gonna make it back to your hometown? Your mama tried to tell you to stay off that highway. There's nothing there a young boy needs. Nothing there a young boy needs. Something inside you was looking for adventure. Now you're lying in the weeds. Judge? Your mama tried to tell you to stay off that highway. There's nothing there a young girl needs. Nothing there a young girl needs. There's something inside you that's hungry for adventure. Now you're lying in the weeds. Sleepy armadillo, don't you cry. Stretch your little legs straight on up to the sky. Pretty soon the morning sun will arise. Sleepy armadillo, sleepy armadillo, close your eyes. Everybody, close your eyes.
This is not on the list, but for some reason I was looking back there at a friend of mine, Jennifer, and I thought of this song. It has nothing to do with you, Jennifer. Well, maybe it does. It's going to sound kind of strange when you hear the song, but it's okay. I'll tell you later why it made me think about you. Why don't you help me when I call? Big boss man, why don't you help me when I call? You know you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Man, working around the clock. I need me a drink of water, but you won't let me stop. Big boss man, why don't you hear me when I call? You know you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. One that'll treat me right. I work hard in the morning, sleep good late at night. Big boss man, why don't you hear me when I call? You know you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. inside joke. She kind of knows why. No, we were never married. Were we? No. I've been married a few times. It's, you know, it's one of those things that I love working with Peter Tucker on the drums. By the way, give a hand from Danvers, Massachusetts, Peter Tucker. But I'm up here. I'm facing y'all. He's behind me. He makes faces. And y'all react to it. So I know he did something bad. He probably held up his fingers like 5 times. 7? Give or take 1 or 2, you know? Okay, this is a beguine. How many people out there, I can see some of you folks probably know what a beguine is. No? Does anybody know what a beguine is? A musician. A lady who knows the beguine because she used to dance it back in her prime, right? There you go. Okay. So, the tempo of this song, if you were doing a dance step, you would do the beguine. This is called, go ahead.
For you music theorists out there, I'll be playing a C mixolydian scale here. A flatted 7.
Yes, there will be a quiz later.
Yes, there will be a quiz later, yes. A C mixolydian scale?
And it's in a minor?
Think it's a major with a flatted 7.
Okay.
Are y'all taking notes?
A Hard Day's Night is an example of that.
A Hard Day's Night and this song are similar?
Both mixolydian.
Yeah.
Both mixolydian scale, okay. Y'all got that?
Yep.
Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whistling up the night child road, headed for the day. Once she turned, he had to go down the road to stay. So put the pennies on his eyes, sent him on his way, singing songs about the snake bit love and the girl that got away. Second life, these are the ways we say goodbye. Once you reach the night child road, there's nothing more to say. You party till the dog comes home, so forget your way. All the old friends gather round, they seem so young and gay. In that shady company, you'll learn to curse the day. Along the back, the second life, these are the ways we say goodbye. Second life, these are the ways we say goodbye. those you call your own. Cross quarters here, chimes right for dancing in your bones. Hey, once around the setting sun, and once around the storm. One last dance of fare thee well before they call us home. A long look back, a second light. These are the way we say goodbye. A long look back, a second light. These are the ways we say goodbye. Thank you. This is Sunday, is it not? And let's see, how many people went to church? Raise your hands. Ah, and the rest of y'all are heathens, huh? Well, this is for the... Let's see, how many of the band went to church this morning?
No, you did not. You did not.
So here's the funny thing. The only one of us who went to church this morning was the Jew.
You went to church?
It's a long story.
It's a long story. We're going to do a song straight out of the book of Joshua, the Old Testament. Your book.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6. I can't remember which verse it is now, but it's about Jericho. And for those of you heathens, along with the rest of us heathens up here who didn't go to church, if you get the chorus of the song, you can sing along, and you're absolved from all sin that you've committed all week. And you get to start all over again tomorrow.
One of these days, he's going to get struck by lightning. I nicknamed him Lightning Rod Jones.
There's a story behind this too. We're playing in a library today, but it seemed like the last 2 or 3 months we must have had a half a dozen church gigs where these people, the community organizers, put on concerts inside churches. And I'm pretty much, Jennifer, would you say I'm a full-fledged heathen? Yeah. Okay. So we keep thinking that one of these days lightning is going to strike me when I'm, because we usually play right up on the altar of the church. And some of the stuff we play is pretty irreverent, so one of these days, but not in here. This is fine, right?
It's a public library.
It's a public library.
Building is well-rounded.
Baby Jesus not going to strike me down today, I don't think.
No, okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Henry Salvia. Out on the Jericho road, I seen the sun stand still. Out on the Jericho road, I seen the sun stand still. There was moonlight in the valley until the people had their fill. Now when it calls your name, will you fall down on your knees? When it calls your name, will you fall down on your knees? Raise your fist up in the morning, by night they hang you from a tree. Let's play Houston. We'll walk the Jericho, 7 times around the wall. We'll walk the Jericho road, 7 times around the wall. Yeah, won't you shout it with me, children? That's how the mighty will Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Hey Joshua,
Y'all.
can I stay with the Old Testament for a while?
Oh, all right.
If God made Adam and then he made Eve, wait a minute, he made Eve out of a bone of Adam's rib.
Here comes a lightning bolt. Wow.
How come all the depictions that you see of Eve, when you see the paintings and the Renaissance and everything else, how come all the pictures of her have a belly button? Think about it. Think about it, huh? How come Eve has a belly button and all the pictures? Take a look in your magazines, in your get a library right here.
artistic license.
It's artistic license, but they're saying something.
Stop it.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying, you know, there's a belly button on even. It don't make sense to me.
Consistency.
What?
Consistency.
Why does Adam have a belly button?
In 5 weeks, we're performing at my church, and I'm going to get excommunicated.
Those are all good questions.
Things that bug me at nighttime, but I stay awake at nighttime thinking about this stuff.
It's just faith. Faith.
It's faith, huh?
Gotta take it on
You needed something.
Duly noted. This is a sing-along. You'll know when to sing because the guy behind me, he'll direct the choir. I am no father, I am a father's son. Everything I know I learned on my own. I read in the Bible about fathers and sons. Ain't none I'd call my own there, but maybe the one. Why must this be the sorrow and the mystery? Was the first one, or so we're told. Man made of clay and a wife made of bone. Adam was a father but never a son. Had 2 sons of his own, that's where it all begun. Ishmael was a wild one, Abraham's son. Every hand turned against him, and his to everyone. They drove him to the desert, mama by his side. Turned her back on the boy, said, I won't watch him die. Y'all gotta clap along here. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Some sweet day.
That's your part.
Gonna tell you a story.
Some sweet day.
Not loud enough. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Some sweet day.
Just a girl.
Gonna tell you a story.
Some sweet day.
Gonna tell you a story, guys.
Some sweet day.
Carol. One more time, you guys. Come on.
Gonna tell you a story.
Some sweet day.
About Abraham and Isaac.
Some sweet day.
Isaac and Ishmael.
Some sweet day.
Everybody.
Isaac and Jacob.
Some sweet day.
Jacob and Esau.
Some sweet day.
Jacob and Joseph.
Some sweet day.
Joseph and his brothers. Joseph and the Pharaoh.
Some sweet day.
The Pharaoh and Moses. Walking out of Egypt. Throwing off the chains now. Walking to Jerusalem. See them walking to Jerusalem. See them walking to Jerusalem. See them walking to Jerusalem. Crossing over Jordan. See them crossing over Jordan. See them crossing over Jordan. See them crossing over Jordan. I said some sweet day, love. Some sweet day, love. Some sweet day, love. Some sweet day, love. I said some sweet day in the morning, late in the evening, talk about midnight, walking in the moonlight, talk about Abraham, talk about Isaac, talk about Jacob, singing for the children. Why must this be the sorrow and my mystery? Beginning, here we go. Will the sun, sweet Jane, some sweet day.
That again.
Some sweet day. Some sweet day. Thank you so much. Can you grab that chair real quick?
C, I think. Well, I go round and round about this song. I think it's in the key of C.
He thinks it's Mixolydian.
In the early 90s, I was back in Nashville, and one evening I went to the Bluebird Cafe, and those who know that on any given evening at that nightclub, you'll be likely to hear some pretty spectacular talent. And that night, Fred Kohler, the great songwriter, sang this song, a song that he had co-written with Shel Silverstein. It harkens back to the day when you had those photo booths and black and white photos were 3 for $25. And this is about that. I actually have one of those photos, some of those photos of Kathy and me about 40 years ago. So I'll dedicate this one to Kathy.
Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Deep in the pocket of an old sport coat jacket, I chanced to discover an old memory. 3 for a quarter, a black and white portrait taken of Jennifer Johnson and me. I'm in the corner, my shirt collar open, like some Latin lover on late night TV. Smiling right there with her head on my shoulder, it's Jennifer Johnson, and she's looking right at me. It must have been the summer 1967. The Beatles were singing, "Love's All That You Need." I held her hand as we walked through the arcade, 2 young believers on a $3 spree. 3 for a quarter, black and white portrait. Jen pulled the curtain so no one could see. Hey, kiss me quick, 'cause the red light is flashing, flashing on Jennifer Johnson and me. Waiting on that late night train to Homewood, I felt her warmth in the cool evening breeze. I told her then that I would love her forever, forever for Jennifer Johnson and me. 3 for a quarter, a black and white portrait. Jen pulled the curtain so no one could see. Hey, kiss me quick, 'cause the red light is flashing, flashing on Jennifer Johnson and me. 3 for a quarter, a black and white portrait. 2 young believers on a $3 spree. I saved your picture in my sport coat pocket. Jennifer Johnson, did you save one of me? Thank you. I found a heart that was almost broken. It was almost broken. It was torn at the seam. I gave it love and it came back together, made everything better, if you know what I mean. I made her a promise we would stay together. It felt light as a feather, not a shadow of doubt. We had dreams that were full of forever, full of forever, within and without. Built her a home that was warm and cozy, far from the city, the spaces in between. Kept us warm when the cold wind was blowing, with winter time a storming, if you know what I mean. I've got a mind that's been botched and bungled. It's full of trouble to the nth degree. It's full of trouble and it's been beaten and battered, and that's all that mattered, if you know what I mean. I lost her love on a night in December, in the dead of winter, with no stars in the sky. Without a word, she was gone forever. She was gone forever. I've got a heart that is almost broken, with memories unspoken and full of empty dreams. I've got a heart that is almost broken, won't be put back together, won't be warm and cozy. Now it's lost, it's forever, if you know what I mean.
Houston right here, folks. Here's the title cut off the new album. Say when, Peter? When? 1, 2, 3. She bought her a fine tooth comb to go through all the things that he said, picking through those pearls of wisdom that are around her head. He spun a story so thin the sunlight shone right through. She knows how this one ends, and now he's crying. Oh no, you don't know a thing about me. Truth is a treasure, so I keep it under lock and key. He says it's all a tale we tell. The truth is like a minotaur. You gotta keep it underground so the girls won't hear it roar. We don't need a hero to follow that thread on down. No telling how far it goes. He's down there howling. Oh no, you don't know a thing about me. The truth is a treasure, so I keep it under lock and key. We all lead double lives, it's no secret at all. We turn one face to the world and the other one to the wall. We all cast a shadow as we wander above the ground. No telling how dark they go, and who's that howling? Oh no, you don't know a thing about me. Truth is a treasure, so I keep it under lock and key. Oh no, the truth is like a minotaur. You gotta keep it underground so nobody can hear it When I left home, I said goodbye to a preacher and his wife. A dire road awaited me that day. They taught me about secrets, they spoke parables of love. Fare thee well, and I was on my way. Well, I've never been a preacher, and I've got secrets of my own, and parables for things I can't explain. I've known love and sorrow, but I call them by their name.
soon was led astray. Those years I do not easily recall. But as the darkness gathered and light began to fade, I could not read the writing on the wall. Well, I've never been a saint, and I've got doubts of my own. I find that I'm still easily led astray. I've seen light and darkness, but I call them by the name. That's my saving grace. I've seen light and darkness, but I call them by the name. That's my saving grace. That's my saving grace. That's my saving grace.
One more time for people in this band. Give a hand from Danvers, Massachusetts, back on the drums and percussion, Mr. Peter Tucker. On the bass, from Hartford, Connecticut, Mr. Joshua Zucker. Detroit, Michigan, keyboards, accordion, background vocals, and lead vocals, Mr. Henry Salvia. From East Brunswick, New Jersey, on lead guitar and background vocals, Mr. Glenn Houston.
And your docent this afternoon, leader of the popular Bible Stories for Kids program that they don't have here, thank goodness, Mr. Travis Jones.
Thank you. on my heart. I got a GRO on my self-control, so man, don't even start. I'm in a hurry to go just exactly nowhere. You wanna tell me about your style? You wanna talk about your toys? Well, I'm the devil that post, nothing I don't boast, and I don't need that noise. That conversation goes exactly nowhere. You say that you admire the things you think I've done. Well, I'm a bye-bye, an alibi, so knock yourself out, son. Flattery gets you exactly nowhere. Well, they say we got time for one more song. You want to hear one more? I don't think we know any more songs. Y'all have done such a good job of singing along. Can we do one more that I guarantee you guys will know?
The one person, yeah. And I think 3 of us out of the 5 know the song, so I'll guarantee you got this down. You got this. You're gonna know every word by the time we get to the end. I know. Oh, wait. A 1, 2, 3.
Pulled into Nazareth, I was feeling about 8:30. Just needed to find a place where I could lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just smiled and shook my hand. No was all he said. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. And put the load right on me. See, I told you. I picked up my bags. I went looking for a place to hide. When I saw Carmen and the devil walking side by side, I said, hey Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, no, I can't stay, but my friend can stick around. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny, and you put the load right on me. Go down, Miss Moses, there ain't nothing that you can say. It's just old Luke. Luke, he's waiting on the judgment day. I said, Luke, my friend, what about young Annalie? He said, do me a favor, boy, won't you stay and keep Annalie company? Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny, and you put the load right on me. Crazy Chester followed me, and he caught me in the fog. He said, I'll take your rags if you feed Jack my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, do me a favor, son, won't you feed him when you can? Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny, and put the load right on me. Catch me a cannonball, gonna move on down the line. My bag is sinking, boy, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Annie. You know she's the only one who sent me here